I really wanted to like this deck, but hey, it's still up during Halloweenish still. But here's the original one, and as you can see, there were changes, all those losses, and edits before changes. That deck seemed fun with the Peony right here. That's the one I went with, the first one. This one here seemed fun. It seemed like you wanted to go with a deck for Gourgeist and Pumpkaboo, where you wanted to have it be all evolutions. That way you don't draw into anything but him as the attacker, so you can do that 360 damage. Does it work? No. There was a list that had like Marnie's and other draw support. The draw support didn't do nothing. And then it's like, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go search for lists. And I'm like, this one sounds like it should work because the Peony, whatever you want, get what you need. And then I added in whatever I thought was, ghost types, bats, and then I like the Hatterene, witch looking. Of course, the candy, and I still want to throw in the Rabombi because I still think it could be fun and the free retreats. And the Muse, I like the idea of this, so I added in a few things of my own to go with the theme of the ghosts, bats, goblins, oh my, and the roast. How do you think it would work? No, it doesn't work. You lose way, way more than you should. So those, in my opinion, the two tries, I thought, a big old F. Terrible decks. But, so I figured, go with the one I originally went against like when this set first came out, I went against someone, I was like, and I copied their deck, saved it onto PTCGO, and was like, I want to go into this because I thought that was kind of neat, because I'm like, Gourgeist, what is this? I'm like, that's pretty neat. And they utilized Gardevoir for some draw, and this one, slightly better. I played it, lost, came close to winning, lost, came close to winning, won a couple. So this version actually won a couple instead of the two I won on the last list, where it went against a deck that couldn't handle this, because it was all just a stall deck, and I don't need the stall in this deck. I mean, I can go, this deck is great against someone that's trying to do the stall deck, with Metagross and Dialga, with the swap and just keep stalling it. It didn't work for them. And another one, they had a worse opening hand than I did. Boy, oh boy, I wish I could show you those ones, because it's like my opening hands, for the most part, no matter how many times I shuffle, reshuffle, get stuff, I always get all my rods, or all the evolutions, or when I do Gourgeist, it never hits more than like maybe 3 Ghost Pokemon when the deck has pretty much half Psychic Pokemon, and then I end up discarding away all of my Twin Energies. It is a terrible deck. There needs to be something else. Maybe the expanded, probably, because you can get back your Twin Energies, but we're going to try Gourgeist, at least show you one win for this version, because everyone else is doing those versions, and I went against this. I saved it. I liked it. I was intrigued. I wish I could say more to it. Again, happy Halloween. All that good stuff. And hope it was nice. And now we're going to the holiday season. Looking forward to Thanksgiving, Christmas, spending time with family and friends. Enjoying life, because that's what it's all about. And anyone who says otherwise can go, meh themselves. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Your thoughts on the deck, your thoughts on this version of the deck, because I like the idea, like, the Cutiefly's Rabombis are free retreats, and I like Rabombi's attack. You'll see that actually work in this deck, so be ready for Rabombi to be taking where it matters. You're taking an energy off the active and putting it into someone that's useless. And they did not like that, so they're like, that's the threat right now, while I'm able to set up my Gourgeist and some draw support with Gardevoir. So, as fun as it would seem to be able to do 360, shuffle, and keep doing it, this deck is worse, in my opinion, than Gyarados in the Distilled Rage deck. That deck worked. Even the Sandaconda version of the Distilled Rage was better, and so on. This is not the new Distilled Rage. This is like in Halloween 2018, where it's like, you're the new Loomis to Dr. Sartain. No, he is nowhere near Loomis. Loomis is a great character. Donald Pleasence is a great actor. No, that's like an insult to Loomis. This is an insult to what a fun and at times really annoying, powerful deck Gyarados. But after a while, we're finally going, okay, what are we getting here? I'm seeing the usual setups. What am I going? I'm like, ooh, Sandaconda V. I haven't played the V-Max in a while. I love the deck when it first came out. Then it's just, I just have no time to play Pokemon. I don't have time to sit around and play Pokemon later on. I'm sorry, I just don't. I would like to, if there's more of an incentive from Pokemon or from getting stuff off YouTube, more viewers, more whatever, more interaction, then I'd say, yeah, I could sit around and play Pokemon all day. But no, I have other things to do that actually accomplish things, honestly. Which is a shame, because I love the game and it's fun. I'm looking forward to Fusion Strike, but, you know. But also, you're frustrated at the game, and this deck is very frustrating. Like, look at this right now. Like, I have nothing to do, and I'm like, I want to keep that because it's a free retreat. Hopefully, I guess something. I have to manually get a Gardevoir out. Which, I mean, jeez. It's something, I tell you. Let's see what the opponent does. But I love the Sandaconda VMAX deck. It's so fun. So you think I'd be worried here? I kind of am, because again, look at this. No hand. That's the biggest drawback with this deck. Like, and also I just seem to have bad luck with this deck on PTCGO, because I'm like, look, I have, like, I'll have 3 rods in hand, and then I'll Marnie them to the bottom. And then I'll have to do something else in order to shuffle my deck, and then when I shuffle and draw, like, say, with Bruno or something, oh, look at that. I got 3 rods again. Or you get all those evolutions from the previous deck. All the evolutions, all the Pokemon in your hand. Your hand is nothing but evolution. It's like, boy. And then again, it's like, alright, let's start discarding. Oh, look. Only 2 Psychic Pokemon, 2 Twin Energies, a Marnie, and a Boss. I'm like, ho-ho! I did 120 and got rid of half of what I need to use as my attack. Oh, it was annoying. And I believe I'm like, cool. Resistance. Alright, alright. Because, like, right now I have no way to get... I have no way to evolve into the Gourgeist. Gourgeist, whatever. And I do like the idea of it, like, when I went against this, it worked. I was a good back and forth when I originally went against this. I don't know if I had it in a video, but I loved it. Where I went against it and showed it off. But I think I do have it in one of my videos, where I went against the deck, and it was close. Damage decreased, but we're going to move that over to you. And this is where I'm like, I like the Rabombi just for... Basically, it's there for free retreat. And what I think works with the Gourgeist is, in the other decks, you think, hey, this would be great, your main attacker, but I feel like you have to have someone else. So maybe, I know you want to kind of keep away from the 2-3 prizers with the Vs and VMAXs. That might be the best route to go. Throw in, obviously... But this is like, the single prize version of putting in, like, Shadow Rider. But just Shadow Rider for your draw, accelerate energy, whatever, and then attack with the Gourgeist. But then you can just throw Zacian or someone else in here, and then it's like, why need the Gourgeist? Why have a Gourgeist deck if you're going to rely on that? So I figured this kind of works. It's still 1 prizes. And you're not really focused. I mean, you can put some energy on Gardevoir if you want. But the main focus is still, because you can Raihan over and over again, is still with our buddy Gourgeist. I don't know. And of course, like always, you just waste those twin energies. Because I have no choice to. I mean, I'm halfway out of my energies. I have that in there, so if someone gets knocked out, I can Raihan. But what's great is I am just moving their energy onto useless Pokemon, and I love it. So see, now they're gonna get. Now you're gonna notice they're gonna start getting annoying. And I'm like, yeah, you don't have that in there. Thankfully, we have a way to get something. So this is just a fun one, and they're gonna just get rid of. They did all that to get their hand. They search their cards, with the Inteleon to get those 2 cards in their hand, just to get rid of everything, because they're like, okay, I have no choice but to do this. And they're like, yeah, that is the threat right now. And I'm like, smart. I mean, it sucks that they got their hand, but then they gave themselves something to draw back next turn. Pretty smart, because they saw the threat, and right now that threat was the Ribombee. It wasn't Gourgeist or anyone else. It was Ribombee. And I am amazed. I love that. And then, again, you're going to see the power now. The power. Because what I'm going to do is, I have a Psychic Energy. I have the Fall Crystal in hand. I go and check to make sure, like, wait, I still need another energy. No, I have it. And then watch there be no entry to the deck, even though there is, I checked. But we're going to do this now. The pumpkin Pokemon, our pumpkin Halloween Pokemon, is going to be able to show itself off in a deck and do stuff. And we are going to just, we're going to put more in there because we want those back. Because it was working in our favor earlier. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do that. We're going to get ourselves another Cutie Fly here for free retreat. And set up another one. Oh, yeah. And let's see if we can get some more. And we just got ourselves another. Why not? We'll get rid of that one. And set ourselves up for... I'm thinking maybe that just to get like a boss for stall. Because I think I had a boss in there. And look at that. Oh my gosh. All of that. This is why this deck sucks. Look at that. Only able to do 40. Well, but 60. And then I got rid of, did you see that? More Twin Energy. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but I wanted to love this deck. It seems so fun. When I went against this deck itself, I'm like, wow, that looks fun. And then playtesting the other version, were like, wait a minute, why play this one? Because I already had it copied and built. Why play this one when it seems like, wait a minute, go with evolution Pokemon so you only have him as the attacker, and then you'll be constantly getting to do that. Have it be over 30 cards, close to 30, or maybe a little over 30. But then this isn't Gyarados, where it just doesn't work. Gyarados had at least a lot of good supporter cards. Towards the end, we had Nessa. Before that, he had Crusher Wake. You had all sorts of stuff that could help you achieve what you needed. Oh, and by the way, this at least was awesome. It finally did it. Still couldn't hit that 360, though. But we'll take it. Now we're down to 3. And all they have here is a non-evolved Sandaconda. And they can't attack. So they need to evolve that or retreat. Because that guy's gonna, fingers crossed, go down. But I so wanted to really love this deck. So again, those previous lists, I'm giving an F. They are terrible. This one, you'll see at the end. It'll be quick. Because I don't have a lot to say about this deck. Only a lot of improvements you can see if you saw footage. I know there's probably people on YouTube that are showing the deck and going, look how awesome this is, and going, yeah, 360. But you got to wonder how many games it took them to show off the few games they chose to select on the video. Because what I could have done was, you could have watched, like, that one there, 11 losses with one or two wins. You could have seen all those videos. This would be probably over an hour long. But you could see how often this deck, you get such bad hands and brick and whiff and everything. So no, don't be fooled by this deck. But maybe try out this one, because the person who built this one, I like it. Credit to them. I went against them, and I was like, wow, this is actually kind of, ooh, and I'm like, I liked it. So this one I'm actually enjoying more than the other one, because you're seeing Ribombee. I've always loved the idea of the Ribombee. That's why, maybe because I altered, but I just swapped out two other ghost Pokemon for a Ribombee and a Cutie Fly. I don't see what the problem was with that. Doesn't make any more difference than having those 2 Ghost Stage 1s or something. 2 more Bannettes. So, we're thinking here. Because I'm thinking, who do I want to put down if I want to put anyone down? Do I want to play any of my cards? Because they haven't been drawing by 2 right now. Do I want to draw them into something to do there? You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, let's put that down. Because I'm like, I really don't want to play any supporters and give them a better hand. And yeah, look at that. I'm going to smile back because they're like, haha, I got this. I'm like, poor stand economy mix. I mean, the opponent has just been, they've been getting screwed over by Brabambi, and now they're effed. They can't do anything, because what are they going to do? They attack with this guy, knock out my Gourgeist, they can knock out my Brabambi down there, and then my Gourgeist, you would think, will be able to do enough damage, and then I could hopefully play cards out to do the right amount of damage. And they still got 3 prizes to go, and they're not going to win with, Inteleon. So they get those there, and it's just pretty much, that's it. So I enjoyed this one more, but based on the idea of the deck as a whole, with my praising for this one, will be reflected in a final score of, the deck in general. I really wanted to love it, but well, kiss this one goodbye. D+. Overall, sorry, that's it. This has been...
Professor TCG.